for watching America's first and only daily talk show for and about the Filipinos. My name is Janelle Sawyer, Kababayan in Los Angeles. Earlier, we talked about the news, and as I promised you earlier, right about now, we are going to talk about immigration because March 4th is a very important date. Attorney Eric Welsh from Reeves & Associates, he's been with the firm for 2.5 years, and I understand that he's going to be promoted. You get promoted to become a partner. You're going to become a partner soon. Congratulations.
Right. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to Kababayan LA. He will be discussing with us what's going to happen on March 4th.
Correct. Yes. Coming March 4th, we're going to start the provisional waiver. The USCIS, Immigration Service, is implementing a new regulatory change that will allow people who can't get a green card in the United States to apply for a waiver that they will need when they leave the United States to get their visa abroad through consular processing.
Because it used to be that if you apply for a waiver, you have to go back to the Philippines and wait if it's going to get approved or not. Is that correct for your green card?
That's right. That's right. There are some people who are not eligible to get their green card in the United States. Those people might be people who came to the United States without inspection, people who came as fiancés but didn't marry their fiancé petitioner, people who came to the United States as crewmen. They can't get green cards here. They have to go home. And they need a waiver as soon as they leave the United States because they'll have unlawful presence, which means they've been in the United States without a visa. So they're going to be stuck outside the United States for 3 years or 10 years, depending on how long they were here.
And during the time that they're here, they may have started their own family, so now they're going to be away from their family and just living with the uncertainty, like you're not even sure if you're going to get your green card, even if you file your application and you're waiting for it in the Philippines, correct?
Absolutely correct.
Right. So many people, this is very important because it is estimated that as many as 1 million individuals will benefit from this.
That's right. That's right. That's the guess right now. Is there's upwards of 1 million people who could benefit from this plan. These are 1 million people who are living with their families in the United States. They're married to U.S. citizens. They've got children in the United States. They've got established lives. If they have to leave now, they're going to be waiting for upwards of a year before their visa is available. And even then, like you said, don't know if it's going to be granted at all.
About 1 million individuals, and that is good. However, this is not free for all. Like what you explained earlier, not everyone can apply for this provisional waiver. What is the criteria?
Correct. First of all, it's only for immediate relatives, meaning it's only for people who are married to U.S. citizens, who are children of U.S. citizens, meaning they're under 21 years old, or who are the parents of a child who is over 21 years old and a U.S. citizen. Okay,
and this is important because they need to know what is, as opposed to immediate relatives, there are other kinds of relatives, is that correct?
Correct. If you're married to somebody who has a green card, for example, you're not eligible for this process. You still are eligible for a standard waiver abroad, but you have to leave, apply for your waiver, and wait for it to be granted abroad.
And this is just one requirement that you need to fulfill. There are other requirements, and another one I understand is you have to prove hardship.
That's absolutely right. In order to get the waiver approved, you have to establish extreme hardship to the qualifying relative, meaning that the person who you want to stay with, your wife or your parents, they have to suffer extreme hardship. So if you can establish that that person would suffer extreme hardship, you're going to be eligible for the waiver.
Okay, factors used to consider extreme hardship to qualifying relatives.
Right, that includes family ties to the United States, the length of time that you've been here with your family, health conditions for that relative, your wife or your parents, their health, conditions in your home country. So what would you be going home to? Would you have a job back home? Do you have family who can support you back home? What is the economic or the political condition of your home country? All those things will come into play in considering whether or not you've established extreme hardship.
And there are more, even financial status. You mentioned earlier, if you don't have a job, waiting for you in the Philippines or abroad.
That's right. That's right. And also just any part of your own history will come into play. If you have a criminal history, if you have egregious immigration violations in your history, those are going to be negative factors to consider as well.
And that is why we need lawyers to explain these things to us. As a lawyer, what do you provide your clients?
Well, first of all, with the provisional waiver or with any other immigration application, we're going to assess your eligibility. We're going to make sure that this is the right thing for you. If it's not, we're going to brainstorm with you. We're going to come up with the best option for you moving forward. If this is a good option for you, we're going to put the whole package together. We're going to work with you to establish extreme hardship. We're going to find all those positive factors. We're going to look at all the negative factors. We're going to weigh out everything. We're going to present it to the immigration services in the most favorable light for you.
Right. And so for For people that are watching right now, how long does it take to put together an application like this?
Putting together the application depends on the kind of cooperation we have with our clients. Shouldn't take that long. The long time is waiting for the application to be processed. Now, even under the provisional rule, it can still take 6 months to a year for the waiver to be approved. But you're going to be here in the United States with your family while you're waiting.
All right, that is good, and that is why we need a lawyer to explain these things to us. That's a number on the screen. You do give consultation, right? Free consultation?
That's right, free in-office consultations.
Free in-office consultations at Rees & Associates. That's the number to call on the screen if you want your appointment now. Thank you so much, and more power to you.
Thank you.
Entertainment news when we return from the Golden Globes. Don't go away.